Hello everybody, I am Mr. Doom, but hopefully you know that by now. So today we are talking about something that everybody knows about. Everybody has their embarrassing stories told by their parents to every mom about stupid, foolish, stupid things little kids, as in yourself, did at one point. So I am talking about some of the most embarrassing, stupid things I did as a small child. So the first embarrassing thing, a lot of these have to do with being very girly as a child. I used to borrow leotards from my friend and wear them around to the grocery store and everything. Yeah, that's pretty darn embarrassing. Up until I was like 8, which is like really bad. Don't do that if you're 8, under 8. Don't do that. I've said that enough, but again, do not do that. Going back even further, I wore a... what was it? Let me think. It was like a nightgown dress thing that I wore to art class one time. Oh, and another time, to art class, I believe, I wore a shirt that said, Sugar Daddy. So yes, I was an interesting child. I also owned 2 My Little Ponies, one of which I decided to give a haircut because at least I realized the long hair was kind of a stupid thing, so I took the long hair and I cut it off. And then it made it look more stupid, so my dad glued fly tying material onto it. Okay, another thing. I am homeschooled, as you know. I was at the doctor one time, and the doctor asked, "So, are you the fastest reader in your class?" And guess what I said? I said, "I can't read, I'm homeschooled." So I was 5 years old, and I didn't really know how to read that well. At that time I could do like my name and basic like cat, bat, other dumb stuff like that. And so the doctor thought that I was like uneducated or something. And then later the doctor asked, "So, what sound does P make?" And I didn't understand he meant the letter P. I thought he meant the fluid P, so I was like, am I supposed to say tss or something like that? And then he asked me, what sound does T make? And I should have gotten it by then that he was talking about letters, but I thought he meant tea as in the drink. So I was like, what? Am I supposed to make a whistling sound like the kettle or something? My parents didn't figure out what I was talking about until a lot later on. Now going back even further to when I was a toddler, now these things aren't quite as embarrassing because I was like a different person. That person's like dead now, and I am a different person basically. So one thing, I ate dirt once and I kind of got a little sick from it, and my mom was like clawing it out of my mouth. And then as soon as I went back inside, I grabbed more dirt and shoved it in my mouth. So that was kind of dumb, you could say. Another thing, back from the toddler ages to a bit older, so kind of I was the same person as me, so more embarrassing. I would build these really ridiculous looking spaceships out of Legos that were like really colorful, and I thought that they were like serious and looked menacing or something. And then I would like make fun, like I would go on about how stupid it was when people built Lego things that were super colorful, let alone my Lego creations had 20 colors in them. So yeah, I was a bit of a hypocrite when I was little. Another thing, the first computer that my parents had, because when I was like a baby, for some reason my parents didn't have a computer, and then when I was like 4 or 5 they got a computer, and it was a Mac. It was like the first one that had the screen, but then it had like a dome underneath that had the computer built in. But I thought that that was just like the base, and then the screen, the monitor part, had the computer in it, which is how Macs are now. So my parents used to tell me like how big old computers used to be, like how they would be the size of a, whole room or something. And of course, for some reason, I thought that they meant a whole like a skyscraper, so I thought computers were way bigger. And at the same time, I didn't understand that they could make a computer that had like a little monitor, so I thought that the monitor had to be as big as the computer, so I pictured like this massive, building with the whole front of it covered in a screen, and a keyboard that was like just as long, so you'd have to like run along and like punch the keys or like bang them with the hammer or something to make them go down, because I did not get it. Another very stupid, ignorant thing I said when I was little. I said, well, so my brother's girlfriend, who's now his wife, his name is Heather, and I was like obsessed with her, so I was, which is kind of weird by itself, but also I was like, one day I said, oh, when I have a wife, I will name her Heather. I thought that you would like name your wife or something. I also thought that you would just be driving along and suddenly see someone and then you just get out and propose to them without knowing them, or even, yeah. So that was weird. And also one time I said I would have a wife and I would name her Spaghetti. So that was interesting. Okay, that is everything I can think of for now. Your challenge for today, leave me some comments with some of the stupidest things you did as a child. I would love, love, love to read those comments, because that is one of the funniest things to talk about. So, don't forget to subscribe. New videos every single Friday, except last Friday. I'm sorry about that. So, like this video if you liked it. Don't give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Give it a thumbs up anyway, because you're nice, hopefully. And I will see you next week. Bye!